Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. So, today I'm going to be continuing on from where I left off last time. I was in the middle of an event quest line, and here, let me just bring it up. Quests. So, I was in the middle of this story quest, Culminate Chatter of Joyous Dreams, and I had to go to this village, the Vimara village. And it says some of the characters in here are currently busy. And that's because this first quest that I got way down here somewhere. I suppose there it is. Um, has some of these characters locked, and they're waiting for me to complete this other quest. So I had to stop at that point and to get this taken care of because I was running long, I think, or maybe I was uh, running to my 3 hour mark. Anyway, um, the short of it is I decided to stop at that point and pick it up today because the quest would still be active, or the event would still be active. So that's what we're going to start off with today. Probably moving on to character quests, or maybe even the story quest, the main quest, Akasha Pulses, um, afterwards. But I also wanted to say that because I am still very new to streaming on Twitch, I'm learning things about uh, the view panel that I have to work with. Yesterday, somebody uh, tried to say hello to me a couple times, but I didn't see it because in YouTube, whenever somebody types in a message, it pops in at the bottom and scrolls its way up. I'm finding out that with Twitch, it pops in at the top and works its way down until the chat is full, and I assume then starts scrolling up. So I had the bottom part of my chat visible on both YouTube and Twitch, but because it pops in at the top, I never saw these messages. So I have to say, I am sorry that I never saw your messages. So, they're probably not going to be back. If they do, great. If not, I completely understand because uh, as far as things went, I was basically ignoring them. I don't know. I don't think they stayed very long because, well, I was ignoring them. So, again, I apologize. And I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen again. But, sometimes I do get very focused on the game itself. And so sometimes I do not see chat popping up. So I will eventually see it because, I mean, if nothing else, at the end of the stream, I'll be like, oh, I missed you. But so again, I am sorry I missed it. I'm trying to get better at it, and yeah, hopefully I won't miss too many more. With that, I suppose I should get on with this and continue where I left off. So, uh, I think I have to find these children in the village. It is a side quest, so it's not really voiced. Oh, I think I rescued this person on the road, Rana. So, but it's been a while, so I don't really remember what's going on. So anyway, I'm back, Grandpa Amadia, something like that. Rana, you know, the job of a forest watcher is important, but you should come home or come around more often. Okay, so she's a forest watcher. Yeah, I know. I patrol the forest so that those tiger cubs can hang out in the woods safely. It was just a mess right now. There are tigers in Vimara village? Tiger cubs refer to Iothan and his friends. By the way, your voice, I don't think I've ever met you. Do we have visitors? Oh, yes. These two are. And she gives a brief rundown of who I am, at least as far as I've introduced to her. Ah, I see. Welcome to Vimara Village, and thanks for helping Rana out. I plan to form a night watch, getting Alfonso, Bahram, and Aurelius to safeguard the perimeter as a group. That's a great plan. It's for the good of the children, after all. Has something happened in Vimara Village lately? Oh, could it be related to the round plant-like creatures we saw before? What are you talking about? That sounded like cabbage from your description. It's okay. We're just a little uneasy from some recent events. I spent my whole life in Vimara Village and never saw anything like this. I won't bore you with my stories. Please watch over Rana. She's always been a troublemaker since she was little. She got lost in the woods once when she was 7 or 8 for a couple of days. Hey now, Grandpa. I mean, considering the entire area is a jungle, I can certainly see how easily it would be to get lost for several days. Fine. You be a good host now, Rana. Don't let our guests down. For sure. Okay, he's getting old and his eyes are starting to fail him, but he's really nice. I can't remember how to... Okay. You're back, Rana. Anything new? Who's the one beside you? I met this kind, powerful traveler. How about you? Got anything good? You know it. When you see the kids, tell them the feast is waiting. You interested? Something. Not sure yet. Maybe later. Alright. I do like that it automatically makes me walk when I get close enough, but I kind of wish that we'd walk at the same speed. Am I back? Alfonso, I see. Who's that with you? I kind of wish that we would walk at the same speed, but I am glad that it slows me down at least. Allow me to introduce these two impressive travelers who have helped me a lot. And this here is Alfonso, just about the most dependable person in Vimara Village. You flatter me, Rana. Anyway, nice to meet you two. Thanks for looking after Rana. You don't look like a local, Alfonso. Are you a traveler too? You're an experienced traveler indeed. Saw right through me at a glance. I came as an apprentice from Fontaine, but ended up staying because I really like it here. And it's been years since. Alfonso is practically one of us now. Anyway, how are the kids? They're not running around, are they? I mean, it's not a good time right now. They're in the village, waiting for you to return after Kavas came back. Is it really okay to talk about that in front of our guests? Maybe we should talk about it later. Something important? You can come back later. Don't worry. They saved my life after all. Actually, you could have made it on your own. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Time is life to me. You saved me time, so you saved my life. Alright. Anyway, some of the children in the Vimara village have gone missing recently. That warrants much more than just an anyway. Sure. This is a very serious problem. Have you notified the sheriff in Samara City yet? Is there anything we can help with? Wait, just listen to me. Missing children always come back in a few days, though they don't remember what happened. This is starting to sound like how you went missing for several days. Anyway, I'd round up a search party every time. Sometimes we run into wild. Uh, Having trouble talking today. I'd round up a search party every time. Sometimes we'd run into wild animals. Sometimes a withering zone. Other times, outsiders obviously too tough for us to handle. However, we could never find the kids since the woods are simply too big to search, even for Rana. Yeah, but in the end, they would suddenly return when no one was paying attention, and couldn't recall anything when we asked. Paimon does that too. They remember nothing at all. I'm gonna just say this. Paimon does that too. Oh, so it's normal for kids? Hey, quit it, you two. Sorry to digress. They remember nothing at all? I'm not sure. I think they just don't want to tell us adults. Even though I'm only a few years older than them. Still, that's pretty concerning. Right, so I've been patrolling nearby recently, looking out for anything unusual. That's also why I spoke to Amadia about forming a night watch. I also asked Alfonso to keep an eye out on the kids. Sorry. It's okay. I'd be more concerned if they actually stayed put. I'm going to have a word with that person later. It's his job to watch after Kavas and that person. I really have a problem with some of these names. I'm sure they're normal names somewhere, but to me, they just aren't always all that normal. And hard to pronounce for me. So, you ought to take it easy for a while here, Rana. You're the only one who can get through to the kids. It's dangerous outside lately. Withering Zone aside, you got the Fatui from Shneznaya with their armed mercenaries operating in the forest. If something goes wrong... Fatui? I know, I'll be careful, but I should be on the ball because it's dangerous. But even if you could deal with wild animals, the Fatui are more than you can handle, Rana. Sounds like Alfonso knows the Fatui very well. Oh, I learned a lot about them from the... I learned about them from the travelers shuttling between Samara City and Port Ormos. It's Rana. Rana is back. With Alfonso, too. Here comes trouble. Anyway, think it over, Rana. I picked a bunch of star shrooms for you, Rana. Didn't you promise to never wander outside the village? The Raja will come and get you if you don't behave. I'm big now and not scared of anything. Did you catch the Gator Raja this time, Rana? I want to hear some tales from the woods, Rana. Well, I didn't see the Gator Raja this time, but I brought you a golden lion and a silver... what? Weasel Thief? Whopper Flower? Let's go with Weasel Thief. Why Weasel Thief? Why not? Silver Duskbird. A Silver Bass. Super Silver Spectre. Calm down, Paimon. Alright, stop picking on them. Oriana and Paimon are my friends. Paimon's not going to get mad at kids, regardless, you know a lot about animals. That's right. Rana would tell us stories every time she's back. She told us about a huge gator last time, and the Sumpter Beast Lord, and the Rishboldland Raja that couldn't be caught. That's right. And we'll come and get you if you don't behave. Oh no. Everyone in the village sure seems to get along. If only it could always be like this. Hope the children can stay safe. Anyway, my friends here came from a place far, far away. Why don't we let them tell a story today? Sure, I guess. Sure, our trip to Samara has been a very eventful one. Let's all go to Rana's house. Last one there is a specter. Careful going over the bridge. Don't fall into the water. Let's go. Alright. Up this way. Follow the children. Let's go. Can't fall behind. And we can, but we can also take shortcuts. Stop running on the bridge. You might fall into the water. And it is a fairly wide bridge. At least for children, if nothing else. Rana's brought some visitors. Welcome. Where are we going? Apparently Rana's house is the highest one. Okay. Kids run faster than birds could fly. You guys are getting good at running. It's going to worry me sick if you run away someday. We won't run if Rana's here. I'm going to marry Rana when I grow up. Okay. Wait, didn't you promise to marry me? Liar. We'll sort this out later. You'll meet more people when you grow up. People more impressive and better than me. For instance, Miss Blonde here is way mightier than me and has met many great people along her journey from far away, right? It's true, such as Paimon, or indeed I have. Great people. Yeah, let's go. It's true, such as Paimon. Have you been traveling a long time? Rana said you'd tell us stories. I've got lots of stories. You got the tiger cubs then. I have a meeting to go to. You kids be good here and stay put till I come back. Okay. Alright, on to the stories. You're Yotham, right? What story would you like to hear? Stories about dragons. Alfonso said that they are ancient and very powerful. I think I only know of one dragon. Sea monsters. I heard there's a lot about sea monsters in the area. Are we just going to tell the stories about the bosses that I fought? Is that what's going on? I want stories about a distinguished lady who's smart. Yeah. Okay. You all want different stories, but it's all part of the main character's story. So, sure, I'm smart and powerful. Yeah, you're powerful and very pretty too, but I'm going to be Rana's bride, so I'll have to be stronger than you. Alright? Well, they all want different stories. Hey, isn't there someone that knows stories of eight-headed hydras, silver-haired banshees, and the wicked abyss dragon? Paimon thinks everyone would be happy if that person was here. You mean me? Having, you know... Anyway, how about this? We know a lot of stories, and we'll tell them all. We can ask them about the mysterious creatures while at it. We can ask them about how they went missing while at it. See, to them, I don't think they would consider being missing. So I'm going to ask about the creatures. True, the kids might know things adults don't about how they went. Okay, fine. As a trade, you three, you'll tell us what you know too. Sure. Anyway, I'll tell the kids a story in a way they'll find fun. Why did they just all spread out? Alright. Let's start with you. I want dragon stories. Alfonso told me they exist in the world. He said a huge evil dragon lives in a place called Mondstadt. Well, Alfonso sure has his ears on the ground. You know the story. So what is the dragon like? Alfonso said it's terrifying and pillages Mondstadt. How should Paimon put it? This is a tale of friends resolving their misunderstandings. This is a tale of heroes triumphing over evil. Yeah, let's go with the second one because he thinks the dragon is an evil dragon. Stuff like that. So, yeah, here it goes. A long, long time ago in a kingdom far away, a big dragon with huge wings and sharp fangs laid in deep slumber. When the dragon woke up, it saw the world had changed. Growl, the dragon announced. I'm bad now. I'm going to wreck your little houses and keeps. The dragon wasn't actually bad, but was tricked by an evil sorcerer into thinking everyone's bad. Then one day, 2 travelers arrived. Paimon tells the story of the azure blue dragon in a way that really engages the kids. So with everyone's help, the travelers moved the curse from the dragon and helped it find its friends. Well, I thought dragons were terrible and would eat centipede than people. How big is the dragon, though? Big like a house? Big enough to swallow Paimon in one bite? Big enough to swallow Vimera village in one bite? I mean, the first one's true. I don't think the second one is quite true. But yeah, the first one, let's go with that. If Paimon is the white lady, I guess the dragon isn't that big after all. Hey, Paimon might be short, but she's got a big brain. And a big appetite, too. Paimon can swallow the whole village in one bite, just like the dragon. Well, if that's true, we can fly around inside a dragon's belly. When it gets hot, we'll go to the Shneznaya that Alfonso talked about, where it snows. When it's rainy season, we'll go to Veluca, where Granny, that name is from. Veluca? Oh, that's desert. Anyway, when I grew up, I want to travel everywhere, like you. That's right, travel and make friends. Just like how we travel and got to know you. Can we ask you a few questions? Ask about the mysterious creatures. Rana told us they could be R&R. Have you heard anything about them? About that. No, I heard nothing about R&R. They look like cabbages? I mean, sure. On second thought, yeah, they do. So you've seen R&R before? Actually, I've heard about them in Granny's stories. Can we ask her? No. Alright, we'll drop it. Ron and the others are very worried about you kids. Have you gotten lost in the woods recently? No. I know the woods very well. There's no way I can get lost, see? I kind of figured that they wouldn't see themselves as getting lost. But the other 2 did. Everyone was worried, but not me, because I know Arana would take them home. Arana? Who's that? I mean Rana. Rana would find them and take them home. That's suspicious, but Paimon doesn't think we can find out more. Alright. Let's change the topic. Why are you interested in dragon stories? I want to be great like a dragon. Then I can help Rana and Alfonso. They work very hard. It always takes a long time for Rana to patrol the woods. Alfonso goes out there when no one's looking too. I can help them as soon as I grow up, so they can spend more time in the village. Paimon gets it. You're a great kid. This is turning to be a lot longer of a side quest than I thought it would. Alright, so next up, sea monsters. I heard there's a lot of big and particular monsters in the sea. Peculiar monsters in the sea. Like the fish that's as large as an island, or the squid as long as a river. The story about the puppet and the whale. Also the turtle carrying an elephant on its back. You heard a lot of stories. Why the interest in sea monsters? When I grow up, I want to be a sailor, going on 7 voyages and discovering uncharted islands and lands. That's why I want to learn about sea monsters. This way, I can defeat them in one day. We ran across some pirates before. We ran across the grandson of some pirates. Um, Could the grandson of some pirates be? I can't recall. I know we've met pirates. At least I believe they're pirates. Yeah, so we'll go with the first one. Oh, that's so cool. Did they find any treasure? Any tales of adventure? Not sure, but Paimon does have a sea monster story. Once upon a time, there was a sea serpent with many heads living in the ocean. It was taller than a mountain, and it stretched out its neck. The serpent didn't behave, so a god trapped it in the sea floor till under rocks to prevent it from making waves and destroying the harbor. After a long while, the serpent woke up and griped, "Curse you, despicable god! I'll wash all of your houses and treasures out to sea and make them mine." Roar. Then it rose up to higher than the mountains and caused a tidal wave. I mean, I feel like we're just getting a recap of things I've already done. So I don't know that this side quest really isn't all that exciting. So I apologize for that. I just need to get through it so that I can get on with the other quest. But Paimon tells the story of the people in the flying castle fighting the sea hydra together in a way that really engages the kids. That was how everybody worked together to defeat the serpent and protect the city. So the serpent has been defeated? What a shame. I wanted to beat it up myself when I grew up. You'll face other monsters when you grow up. What kind of monsters? Let's talk about something else. Okay. I promised to tell you what I know about hearing the story, so what would you like to know about the mysterious creatures? Well, there's a lot of them in the forest, like the legendary Sumpter Beast Lord. It isn't like any other Sumpter Beast, and it will attack intruders. And the Rishbolandraja that snatches bad children away, but I'm old enough to know Rana made that story up to scare kids. They all sound interesting, but we'd like to know about the round plant-like fairies called Aranara, if you know about them. Oh, Aranara. Never heard of them, but I know about the Gator Raja. It's a very, very big gator in the woods that has lived for a long, long time. It's very, very cunning. You have a lot of varies in that sentence. There was this one time. That didn't sound convincing. Just ask about something else. Well, Paimon can't believe that there's a gator like that. Did you go into the woods often? Yeah, I used to, but not lately since I got lost in there once. At least that's what the adults said. That's what the adults said? Again, like I said, I didn't think the kids would consider themselves being lost. Because I don't remember anything. I went into the forest to see my friends and share stories about my sister. Then I just can't remember what happened. When I came to my senses, I was back to the village already. My father held me tightly while everyone was around me asking me if I was hurt, hungry, or thirsty. Then they wouldn't let me go there again. Okay, so maybe not all of them remembered, I guess. Maybe, I guess he actually did forget. And that's why he was considered lost. You should listen and not go there. You went into the forest to see your friend? You have a friend in the forest? Doesn't everyone live in the village? Yeah, a friend to everyone lives in the forest. Taught us many things, like what wild fruits we should eat and which trees would let us climb on them. So what was that friend like? Well, can't tell you. Sorry. Although we're friends, I made a pact with those two. I'm on guess it's a secret between the kids. I think we just hit a dead end. Okay, we understand. Now be a good boy and don't play outside the village. Of course, I'll be a good big brother to the other two. Now, give me one moment. Okay. And on to the third one. What story would you like to hear? Any story will do, but I like to have a distinguished lady who's smart and powerful. Well, she doesn't have to be distinguished lady, but the character's got to be determined and loving. Like Princess Cinnamon left her palace with a tiger in the fairy tale. That's a lot of demands. Well, Paimon knows several ladies who fit that description, but somehow they all have connections to Electro. Electro is good, makes plants stronger and bear more fruit. You know a lot. Where should Paimon start? In a place far away, there is a library, a general, and a shrine. And let's just go with the first one. Paimon can go with the story of Miss Lisa, but Paimon prefer another one. Okay, fine. Don't give me the options to choose if you're going to say that you want to do the other one. In a place far away, the other side of the ocean, there's a lady general and a shrine maid. Oh yeah, making the shrine maid a priestess and the general a queen should help you understand it better. Are they both distinguished ladies? Yeah, they both are. No, I'm done with repeating what we've just gone through. Where does the priestess come in? Yep, you're... In the end, the lonely robot was still working hard, but that's another story. Everyone was so awesome. Even though the traveler wasn't a distinguished lady, she was still strong. That's what I want to be when I grow up. Paimon, sure you can do it, but you don't. If you don't, but if you don't behave and get lost out there, then none of that will happen. Very smooth. Yes, I'll behave and won't wander outside. What happened when you got lost before? I don't remember. Just went into the woods to gather herbs. Herbs? Yeah, Alfonso said there were herbs to improve Grandpa's eyesight. He had trouble seeing things lately and can't even see people coming his way. So I wanted to help. Did Alfonso send you? No, he warned me not to wander into the forest too, but I wanted to help, so I sneaked off. Then I don't remember the rest. Nothing at all? Nothing. When I came round, I was already home. My brother said that everyone was worried. I know what I did was wrong, and I will never sneak off into the woods again. That's right, good girl. Speaking of the forest, about the mysterious creatures. I don't know anything about them. Oh, that was fast. What do you mean by mysterious? If I know what they are, they're not mysterious. If I don't, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Sorry. That actually makes a lot of sense, but what Paimon wanted to ask is about the round plant-like fairies. Round and plant-like? Oh. Did that ring a bell? Nope, that sounds mysterious. Oh, that's a shame, because Rana said she would love to know what an Aranara is. Oh, she wants to know too. Then she does. Why did you just interrupt? I thought she was about to say. She does. Also, didn't the priestess in the story say, ack, 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 don't be a tantrum-throwing child who refuses to talk to others? Okay. The priestess and the queen are really great friends. But, like, how they trust each other, I think Rana would understand why I can't say it. When I'm old enough to understand a lot more, I'll tell Rana and you too, but not now. Well, I hope you can grow up healthy and happy. Thanks. Alright then, you won't ask any more questions? Just be a good girl and don't wander around. Thank you for the story. I love it very much. I'm going to be smart, pretty, and strong, just like the priestess. Then I'll marry your honor. Alright, you do that. Seems they all know the mysterious creatures, but don't want to tell us. Should we divide and conquer? Should we get the adults in town to pressure them? Just treat it as a secret between these kids. And just treat it as a secret. We're staying in Sumeru for a while, and we have time to look into it. I'm back. How did it go? Was it fun? It was fun. They told us a story. Dragons actually don't eat people. Oh yeah? That's good to hear. I was worried a dragon might fly over here and eat you all someday. Oh no. Storytelling is kind of fun. Yeah, but sure, I'll think so too. Alright, you should go home now. It's about time to eat. Eosaphat said he got some good stuff in the water today. Come with us, Rana, and both of you too. Sure. We've got business to tend to, but thanks for the invite. I want to eat with Rana. I'll be there next time. Come on, we've got to go now, or he's going to finish it all by himself. Okay, bye Rana, bye you two. Yeah, can't, any time now. Alright. There you go. Stick around for a minute. I want to talk to you. I'm concerned about you. The forest hasn't been the same lately. The animals are getting aggressive, and more fungi have popped up. Same with the withering zones, which keep appearing. Don't go picking mushrooms anymore, okay? Don't worry. I know where's safe and not safe. What's more, starshrooms are tasty. They give you the energy to keep working hard. No, Granny and I are both worried. Promise that you won't run around out there before I figure out what's going on. Okay. That's good, boy. You'll be great when you grow up. Alright, go eat with Kavas and the others. Got it. I hope they'll grow up safe and sound. What do you think about these kids? They're good kids. Yeah, I understand. Regardless, I hope they'll grow up safe and sound. What do you mean you understand? I said that they were good. Anyway, my patrol is actually not done yet. I've still got to check out the west, and I have a favor to ask. Would you mind coming with me? Huh? Why? I spotted some withering zones there with no one to check them. I'm very worried about the kids wandering into them. Now that you're here, could you give me a hand with that? Please, though, I have nothing to repay you with. Piece of cake. With nothing else to do anyway, piece of cake. So you will help. I really appreciate it. I don't know how I can make it up to you. You've done so much for me. Well, we're not going to ignore those in need. Let's go then. Get up from here, then go straight that way until... Okay. I do kind of want to check real quick. Okay. Characters are still busy in this quest. Was kind of hoping I could just do a little bit of it and then continue on, but it seems like I probably have to finish it completely. Best thing about my house is that I can sneak out of it without anyone noticing. That's how I've been running off all the time since I was a kid. Alright, back to business. Oriana, let's go whenever you're ready. Alright, let's go. Sure, it's not far to the west. Alright. Alright, are they... I guess that's now done. Okay, good. Let's, go on with this now, I guess. I didn't realize it was right at the end. It seemed like it was going to... I guess that's the only way to cross the river. Other than, Oops. I forgot. I should have just sprinted across. Alright. Hello there. Zada?
Hi there. Do you know where Garvapitum
Hmm, I'm afraid I've never heard that name before.
lives? He's a scholar from the academia.
Oh, yes, there is a scholar around here, but I've never heard anyone go by the name you mentioned.
Hello. Uh, Good to see you. I'm just here. I actually showed up at the right time. I just had to get a side quest out of the way, and now I've just started back on the event story. So I just stepped up to this guy and started asking him about a person. So, welcome. Can I check my Raiden Shogun? Uh, sure, as soon as I get done. Um, Wait, what do you mean you're Raiden Shogun? I can certainly try to give advice. I'm not necessarily good at a lot of the mechanic specifics, but I can certainly uh, give an opinion if that's what you'd like.
Are you sure you've got the right name? Actually, I'd like to ask him a few questions myself regarding which of the 6 Darshans to join.
Sounds like he doesn't know. Let's go ask someone else.
But yeah, see, I don't actually own Raiden Shogun. Yeah, oh, okay. Sure. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So yeah.
A blade embraces its student.
Let's see here.
Those who sample it many times.
Yeah, I'm on the U.S. server. So if that makes it difficult, I apologize. Not much I can do about it. And Enka? Uh, Sorry, I don't know what Enka is. Or at least I don't know it off the top of my head. What am I looking for? Enka Network. Um, I guess I don't really know about that. I'm sorry. I've mostly just been I'm basically a free to play. I I don't know all that much about specifics, so um, I do apologize about that. Let's see. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what Enka Network is.
Can appreciate its true qualities.
So many options.
Let's see here. Ask a Rezo about the whereabouts of the skull. Okay. Uh, this is a website where you can check accounts in Genshin.
I only wish life could be as...
If they're not. Oh, okay. Um, let me. All right. Give me just a second here. Hmm. Okay. I have brought it up. Let me see here. Just readjusting window sizes so I can see the chat at the same time. Okay, so uh, looks like I just need to enter a UID. All right, let's see. Okay. Um, let's see here. Okay. There we are, I guess. It'll show character details option. Character showcase. Uh, hmm. I I don't really know where that is. Um, Sorry, there's a lot of this that I've never done before. I've just ow, mostly done story, and I only have a few characters. So but it is showing characters of mine already in here, so maybe it's just showing the top five, I guess. I don't know. Okay, no, no worrying here. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure what your third in, but hey, third is a great place to be. All right.
Surely
Let,
is this a little more often?
let's see.
How greedy of me.
Can I enable show character details? I can certainly try. Um, I mean, I certainly don't mind advice, but I am free to play, so I am very limited in what I can do. Let's see. So it says in my character showcase in game. All right, give me just a second here. I think. All right, let me switch screens here a moment. Give me just a second here. Looking for my character showcase. Oh, I see. Okay, that's why it only says 5 characters. Okay. Uh, there we go. Let me see if I can add any others. I can add 3 more. So I'll just add my highest levels, I guess. That works. Of course, some of the lower level ones I don't actually have all that much for them, but that's because um, I just don't have the resources to get them to be any better. So, you know, um, right now my my main party is some of the better characters I have. Uh, yep, I did. Oh, I suppose I should refresh it. There we go. Um, I put in 8 characters in my showcase, so it should. Let me see if it refreshes for me. No, I did say to show character details. How many 50/50s? Um, let me see. Uh, I won Ayaka's, um, and Nahida's. Um, I did end up getting. Let me see here. Where is it? I ended up getting Dea from losing a 50/50. So I guess I got 2 of the 3 that I've done. Or yeah, 2 of the 3. I got my 50/50. I lost one and didn't have enough to actually get the character that I was rolling for. So, yeah, I have 3 5-star. Oh wait, I also have Jean, but I think I just got her in the standard banner. So I guess that doesn't really count. So I do have 4 5-stars. But yeah, I believe I won 2 50-50s and lost one. Speaking of which, though, let me see how much I have for wishing. I have almost no Primo Gems, but I could do a quick Yoimiya wish. So, yeah, why not? While I'm thinking about it, let me just do a quick try here. I doubt anything's going to happen. But, there's always that 0.5% chance. But it doesn't look like it here. Alright. What I get? I got a great sword for my roll. Yeah, I got the Vonius Greatsword. So, oh, very nice. Yelan was actually the first character I was trying to roll for. That's when I first started playing. I believe back in February was when her banner was last around. So I was trying for Yelan, but uh, just starting, I just didn't have the rolls to do it, I guess. So I think I rolled 40 times on that banner before it was gone. So I didn't have any luck with that one. I'm probably not going to have any luck on this current one just because I don't have any Primo Gems as well. Ooh, 3 losses of 50-50. That, sorry to hear that. But, to me, with no 5-star characters, really, I don't really count a loss on a 50-50 as a loss just because it's a brand new 5-star character for me, for the most part. Jean was your first loss, second was Jean C1, and third was Tainari. Is Jean's C1 any good though? Let me look here. Increasing pulling speed after holding for more than 1 second increases damage dealt by 40. I mean, yeah, I guess that's not too bad though. If you use Jean, then I suppose that's good. But yeah, I agree. Getting a second Jean probably isn't really the best. But it's just going to come down to rolling randomly with the small pool of 5-star characters that you get anyway. But I don't know. Keep at it, and I think you'll eventually, statistically, eventually you will get everything if you play it long enough. So there is that to, I guess, look forward to. But yeah, I don't have all that many myself. And then also I couldn't play for 2 weeks because my computer broke. So I think I missed out on some of a couple of the weeks earlier. Okay, Nahida, Words about her? Okay, sure. Let me take a look here.
A blade
Where
embraces its
do I
duty,
have Nita?
as a jeweler cherishes their
There.
gem.
I don't recognize her portrait quite off the bat, so... let me see here. The artifacts, I think I just put on her because they were the first 5-star ones. Yeah. I agree. I am working towards element mastery, but I just wanted to give her something if to have equipped, if nothing else. Eventually, like that is my current thing that I'm working on. I will go. Where is it? Let me bring up the map here. Like right down here. This is currently where I'm going. The Dendro hypostasis to get some of these things to level her up. And I forget which one of these places. I forget which place it is that gives this artifact set. The Deepwood Memories. Main weapon is one of the best in the games. What? Let me see here. Boundless Blessing. I had forgotten that I had gotten that. That must have been... What was I rolling for at that? That might have been... I might have failed another 50-50 for that. Maybe not. No, because if I failed a 50-50, that would have been a character. Where did I get this from? I was rolling for something. It was on either limited banner or the standard banner, I think. And I ended up with this because I just don't roll on the weapon banner. I don't think the weapon banner is worthwhile as long as I have characters I still need to get. So I can't really remember where I got this from, but I figured she could use it, so I've equipped it to her. So it's good to know that it's a good one to have for her. It's one of the best in the games. If you get Klee, this will be the best thing. Klee is on the list of characters I need to get. Oh, it's Klee's signature weapon. Okay. Unofficially. Okay. Last words about wishes. Standard 5-star was Wolf's Gravestone. That's a weapon, I think? Right? I mean, I suppose it's not a character, but it sounds good. Isn't that a great sword? I can't remember. But really, I think any 5-star you get is good, considering that equivalently you have to get a 4-star character up to Constellation 6 to be equivalent of a basic 5-star. So if you get a Constellation 1, like you have a Constellation 1 gene, that makes it seem like it'd be a good character to have as one of your main characters. I mean, depending on what you do, you kind of need to have 8 characters minimum to get through some of the the things that are in the game. Weapon wishes, 8 wishes, Staff of Homa, 14 wishes, Aqua Simacrolum. Wolf's Gravestone is signature to Luke. Okay. Very nice. But overall, I'm happy with what I've ended up with. I, I could have gotten better, but I also could have gotten worse. So, um, yeah, I'm happy about it. Uh, I think Ayaka here is the first one that I've
A blade
really
embraces its duty.
tried for and ended up with. So I consider Ayaka a lucky draw for me. I can't remember how many times it took. Oh, thank you. I enjoy this game too. Um, I'm just. I know it doesn't take much to get through the story itself, but is there somewhere in here like I can't remember how to look at it easily, but like the Spiral Abyss over here, I've gotten fairly far in it. If it was in USRB, maybe I'd help with getting good artifacts. Oh, no worries. I'm not in any hurry. What is this? A summary waxing phase. Okay, that's just other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I assume the Spiral Abyss is just kind of like the challenge mode, where you just do it to, it's a DPS challenge. And Ayaka really helped out for me to get all the way to 8 and into this stuff. I mean, right now, I haven't done anything this round. So I'm still back at the 9th floor. But I think I got level 11. I don't think I can get quite that far. I think 10 is where I have difficulty. I have been to 10 for sure. I don't think I've passed it though. I think I've gotten like 1 star in it at best. So I am working towards it. Nahida is definitely something I think will help once I get her good equipment and a good team. So I am looking forward to it, even if it is a slow grind. And eventually, I'll be able to get Bestel's 11, 1, 3. Okay. Very nice. Um, 11, 1, 1. Okay, still good. I mean, that's farther than I've gotten. Um, and I believe, like, I guess once you get all 12, then you get the bonus. Level 9 and 10 is okay. Okay. Yeah, but I this round I haven't done anything yet because like I said, I've been gone for 2 weeks. So and that's because my computer broke down. So this is my first week back after that's happening, and I do intend to get some of this done, especially since, it's more Prima Gems to get. never have enough of those. So, yeah, I came back to seeing that Yoimiya's banner was here and a new character in the banner. So I've just been trying to get as many gems as I could to try and get either or both of these new characters. Well, the new character and try for Yoimiya just because I use Amber quite a bit as part of my main party. Okay. Well, have a good night. Hope to see you again. Come on back when you want to. Thanks for stopping and everything. Okay, so where was I? Over here. In the village. Going to be graduated in the end of... Oh, congratulations. Graduating is always good. Hope you enjoy it. You know? Let's see here. Where am I going? Going over here. Okay. Also, thank you for just having a good chat with me about characters. I do enjoy this game a lot. I don't get to chat too much about it. Oops. Here I am swimming across the river again because I forget that I can sprint. But yeah, I enjoy chatting about this game. So anytime somebody comes along to chat about it, I definitely take some time to talk about it. Just, I may not know much personally, but I do enjoy things like theory crafting about like what weapons to use, what artifacts. I'm usually limited, of course, because I am free to play.
A blade is like a tea leaf.
The most that I
Only those who sample it many
do,
times can appreciate its
the
true
most I pay
qualities.
for in this game has been the occasional, what is it, the blessing of the Welkin Moon here. So, you know, it's $5. I figure as long as I'm enjoying the game, it's worth $5 to me at least. Otherwise, you know, something like this, if it wasn't, you know, if it didn't have these minor transactions, would probably do something like some of the other games do, like Final Fantasy XIV, which is like $15 a month. So, you know, I figure 5 is a good deal for a fun and engaging game. I know you don't need to, or there's not too much to think about in this game
So this is
compared
a day
to
in the life
others.
of the traveler.
But
I'm
I enjoy
learning
it.
more about you all the time.
But anyway, let me get back to this quest. Because if I don't complete it today, I'm going to have to complete it before the event ends. So I prefer to complete it on stream. So here we go.
Hey there! We're looking for a scholar named Garvapitum.
Glad you can pronounce that, Paimon.
Garvapitum? I never heard of him. Wait, do you mean that newcomer that arrived a few days ago?
It's possible.
Oh, someone just moved here?
Yes, that's right. He looked pretty anxious, though, almost like he's struggling to complete a thesis. I've seen him speaking with the village head, probably looking for a place to stay. Vamara Village is the perfect place to take a vacation and relax, which is why I chose to come back here.
Got it, thank you. We'll go talk to the head of the village.
Don't mention it. If life is ever treating you hard, you can always come and live here for a while.
Okay, so over here to the head of the village. Let's see what he has to say. Hello there.
Hello, are you the head of the village? There's something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes, that's me. Go ahead.
Do you know where a scholar by the name of Garvapidum lives? We'd like to talk to him.
Garvapidum. Ah, that must be him.
You know him?
Yes, I do. He came here to rent a place to stay. He said he needed to unwind a little. But hardly anyone's ever seen him come out since he moved in. He doesn't seem to be very outgoing. I don't know if that's his way of unwinding, but I'd say he's just keeping himself cooped up. Are you friends of his?
Yeah, you could say that.
Her tails are moving again. Is that what happens whenever she tells a lie?
Ah, I see. I was thinking that it'd be good for some friends to check up on him. He's staying up above. Look for the house in the corner. You should be able to find him there.
Great, thank you very much.
Don't mention it. I just want to see people who come here be happy.
Alright, so up we go. I guess this path will lead us up. Yeah, looks like it. Not that I remember why we were trying to find this guy. It was, a week ago. Can't really remember what I was doing specifically last week in the game. But, yeah. Here we go. Why are we looking for this guy
is
again?
the place. Let's try knocking and see if he answers.
Knock, knock.
Hello? Anybody home? We're looking for Garvapidum.
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Garvapidum. I'm Kirara. I have a delivery from Komania Express. I'm afraid the package is quite late.
A package. For me.
Yes, it's from a Mr. Gulab.
What? Gulab? But how is that possible?
Don't know.
Yes. It seems your friend submitted the package to our company before he passed.
Oh, that's right. It was one of those, we've been holding on to this package for quite some time, and we're able to finally deliver it, or something like that.
Friend? Some friend I am. There was nothing I could do about his illness, and I wasn't by his side during the last moments of his life.
Don't say that. After all, you and Gulab are the creators of Genius Invocation TCG. I'm sure Gulab would have been happy to know how popular the game has become.
Oh, they're the creators of it? Okay.
Say what? He's one of the creators of Genius Invocation TCG?
Why? Why does it seem that misfortune always befalls geniuses like him?
If you don't mind, perhaps you could talk to us about it. It would probably help you feel better.
You're right. Maybe I should tell you. You really wouldn't mind listening?
Sure. Talk to us.
All right then. It's not much of a story, really. I knew Gulab ever since we were kids. We were classmates and grew up together. Other than the bandages on his arms, you could hardly tell he had Elazar. He was always positive, peaceful, and kind. Later, we both entered the academia, and he became a Ratawahis Dastur.
If I remember correctly, that's a pretty high position.
Yes, he really was that smart. But before long, the Elazar got worse and led to some serious complications. After that, he became bedridden. He received treatment in the hospital, but had to abandon his research. I would go see him in the hospital every day, even though he said there was no need for me to visit so often.
He must have been worried that he was taking time from your own research.
I know, but I couldn't bear to just leave him like that. He was clearly the smarter of the two of us. We would have some free time whenever I visited him, so we took some cards and started painting them. Over time, those cards became the basis for Genius Invocation TCG.
Game that was born from friendship.
It's not only a game. When we were designing it, I deliberately incorporated some theoretical knowledge of the elements. I was originally waiting for him to recover, so we could study the subject together. But in the end...
Aw, don't be sad. Genius Invocation TCG is the result of your research together. Not to mention, a lot of people are enjoying it now.
After he passed away, I tried to play the game with someone else. But every time I looked up, all I could see was his silhouette. It was as if he was still sitting there at the table. I know it was all in my head, though.
Paimon understands. Paimon wouldn't ever be able to get used to being away from the Traveler. Paimon would probably find herself talking to the wind, as if the Traveler could hear.
Yes, everyone else has told me that I have to move on and embrace the fun of Genius Invocation, saying that I'm one of its creators. But to be honest, without Gulab, what meaning does the game have anymore?
Garvapitum? Perhaps you should see what your friend sent you in the package.
Right. What's this? A letter?
My dear friend, you must be wondering why I'm leaving you a letter like this. It's because...
Hey, Gulab, I'm here. How are you feeling today? I gotta tell you, I had an idea for another card last night. Huh? What's that you're writing?
It's nothing.
Okay. Anyway, up for a game?
You don't have to visit every day, you know. You should be focusing on your work at the academia.
Hey, enough of that. I'll keep visiting until you've fully recovered. Besides, I can't stand most of the folks at the academia anyway. Hey, it's your turn. Gulab, are you okay?
Garvapitum, you must understand. My Elazar.
Hey, don't talk like that. You just need some more rest.
It's because you won't come to terms with the fact that I don't have long left. Guess what? This game we invented is getting pretty popular here in the hospital.
Really? That's great news.
Yeah. I've even made a device to help people find other players nearby. Here, this one's for you. This way, you'll be able to keep playing even after I'm...
Just stop! You're gonna get better, you hear me? I don't need this thing. I don't want it!
I imagine the casket of tomes I gave you is probably gathering dust in a corner somewhere. So, this is my last gift to you. I'm sorry that I could only give it to you now. Do you remember when we first met? You were the only one willing to be friends with the kid with Elazar. Now, it's my turn to help you make some new friends. This way, I'll always be by your side, my friend.
Gulab. That rascal. He was always this way.
I haven't played much Genius Invocation myself. All I know is that it has brought joy to a lot of people.
As a true TCG player put it, the game allows many people to meet others, make friends, and experience the joy of dueling together.
That's right! We've seen that firsthand on our journeys recently. Paimon could tell you those stories if you're interested.
Thank you all for your kind words.
And good friends never truly leave. They, excuse me, never truly leave. They stay with us in another form.
You're right. Gulab. Is that what you were thinking when you left this letter? I've always kept your casket of tomes with me. It was so special for you to draw me a card like this. What a waste it is to never have used it. If he were here now, I know he'd say, "Hey friends, how about a game of Genius Invocation TCG? Well, what do you say?"
I'd be happy to. No? Yes? Playing. I do something. I don't know what it said.
Pitum seems to be feeling better. Paimon even saw him crack a smile when he was playing just now.
It always takes time to heal from pain from the past, but I think this is a good start for his road to recovery.
Yeah, it was a good thing that Kirara kept track of that package, even when they were unable to deliver it.
When my boss asked me to take care of it, I had a feeling that it must somehow be delivered. I couldn't just let it be abandoned.
Would you say that was your yokai intuition kicking in?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I guess I just didn't want to let the sender's sentiment go to waste like that.
Anyway, I think this is where we'll say goodbye.
Oh. Are you going back to Fontaine now?
That's right. Who would have guessed that I'd still get such a quality story after the tournament had finished? It's going to take me a few days just to draft the articles alone. Oh, by the way, I still haven't had the chance to interview you two all this time. After all that we've witnessed on this journey together, do you have anything you'd like to say?
We made a lot of new friends, or we learned a lot about the card game. Let's go with, made a lot of new friends.
Yeah! You could say the best thing we got out of this adventure was the new friends we made.
I understand. I'll be sure to work your comments into my exclusive news piece. Just be sure to buy a copy of the Steambird when you visit Fontaine.
And I should get ready to head back to Inazuma. I still have to report everything to my boss.
Take care of everyone. Sorry, take care, everyone, not of everyone.
Will do. I'm sure we'll all see each other again soon. And maybe we'll play Genius Invocation TCG if we have the chance.
If you say so. Alright. Okay, so I actually got that card. I suppose it might be one of the new cards. Well, that'd be kind of neat. Alright, now what are we up to? I could start the next part of the main quest, or I could do one of these mini character quests. And with only about an hour and a half, I think one of the character quests would be a better choice, just because they're less likely to take 3 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and... Is there any specific one that stands out? I mean, not really. I think... Actually, I haven't met Ayato's brother. So that might be a good one to do. Oh, I haven't met Eula either. I think I'm going to start with Eula. And just continue what I have been doing and just working left to right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Turn the quest screen. Right. Okay. So, Shadow of the Past. Master Jean has a special task for you. Head to the Knights of Favonia's headquarters to find out more. Will do.
Blade is like a
Alright. So, way back up here. And we'll get started on Eula's quest. So I'm guessing, just with the fact that we're going here to talk to the Knights of Favonius, that Eula is yet another Knight of Favonius. Or at least has very close connections to the Knights. Hello.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
The Knights are as busy as ever. Seems like typical Master Jean to me. Yeah, the Knights are as busy as ever.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the Mondstadt garrison are able to catch a moment of peace. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui? Again? Oh, but who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter.
But why us? Sounds like a job for the Knights of Favonius to me. I mean, yes, it does sound like a job for the Knights, but the Knights apparently know about it. I mean, and they're deciding that it might be best for me to help. So, yeah, but why us?
Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
But as the honorary knight, I technically also belong to the Knights.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Oh, leave it to me.
Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
All right. Off we go. a former aristocrat. Well, this glowing line tells me he must be this way. So I will head this way. And it shouldn't take me long to find him. Guessing we're going into this house? Oh, he's just standing outside. Hello?
Huh? Who are you?
Good question.
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong?
Yes?
Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner?
Yes.
Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility.
Well, good for you.
If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Huh. In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Oh, it's no wonder the aristocracy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you.
All right.
Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies.
Okay.
Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
All right. Bye-bye.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
All right. If we're heading back to Jean, we'll just teleport. It's a short way, but we'll save a little bit of time. Oh, we don't get to go to the door quite yet.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story. No, it wasn't our fault. Well, it kind of was, but it's a long story.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
And that's Amber for you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Well, you see...
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone. Especially Paimon.
And since Paimon is the only one that ever gets the chance to talk, means he won't listen to me either.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
Sounds like you're no stranger to his rants.
on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company.
Okay. Well, Jean told us that the Lawrence clan sees the Knights as enemies. How could a member of the Lawrence clan join the Knights?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
That's kind of what I was thinking was the problem. She sounds like quite the character. I guess that's understandable from their point of view. Let's go with the first one.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
I suppose. All right, up this way. And then over here, I guess. Up there near the tower. Oh, hello. What do we have over here? We've got fire, earth, wind. Sure, why not? Let's go.
The Fatui? What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later.
My apologies.
Oh, got reinforcements.
Whirling snow.
Stay ready.
There we go. There we go.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets?
No, I don't.
And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
All right.
What?
Sorry, vengeance?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too.
Yeah, that was the plan.
If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Indeed it can. I have found that out many a times. But yeah, actually, I'm quite used to fighting the Fatui.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch enemies?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
Well, yeah, that means that she can then fight us at our full potential.
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
So you must be Eula.
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
We heard it somewhere.
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
He may be secretly involved with the Fatui.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
All right, sure.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
Aren't you curious about your uncle? Aren't you worried about your uncle? Gonna go with curious.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Your definition of curious is curious. Why do you seem so happy about it?
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you planning vengeance against us? Yeah, let's go there.
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
All right, then.
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
I suppose so. All right, back to Mondstadt we go. And then down to the plaza. Here we are.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
I do find it funny that every single time that we're going to meet somebody, they're like, oh, you finally arrived. When I'm the one that's using teleportation to get to places.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
About all that vengeance stuff.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order.
Well, I guess we have a long list to go before we have to worry then.
Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes.
Well, she's definitely counting.
But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure you understand.
I think I'm starting to see what you mean.
Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to: your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange?
Also, Paimon usually recites things that she reads or hears with perfect accuracy. So, there you have it.
It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
Or you could just say good morning.
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water.
Seems like a lot of work just to greet a good friend.
Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Well, a dear friend would be different than a good friend.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
This is getting complicated. I mean, you always have to talk this way? I mean, you don't have to, but, she was brought up this way, so yeah, I suppose.
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Which is probably why we need people.
Ah. Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Not certain if random bystanders will be what we need. Alright, talk to the locals and observe Eula's demonstration. Alright. Hello there, Norman.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Ugh, is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange?
Sounds like it.
The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it.
I think you misunderstood her. She's just trying to give us a demonstration, that's all.
Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
Alright. Should we try to find somebody who is, more of a nobility? Are we just following him? No, this is a different person. Hello, Leno.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you.
You know, my advice would be, don't call them a lowly toiler to begin with, and you might start off with a better mindset. But then again, introducing yourself as part of the Lawrence clan probably puts them in a bad mood to begin with anyway.
Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
And there we have it.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Now that escalated fast.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to.
Let's try to find somebody that you can talk to.
I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words.
Yep, we've heard that before. Alright, how about this guy? Randall. Hello.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius.
Maybe we should just call it a day here. Or maybe everyone should just take a step back. Maybe we should just call it a day here.
I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Well, if it happens quite often, maybe there's something wrong with the way that you're presenting yourself.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
And somehow you still manage to brush it off with a laugh?
Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today.
Yeah, I think so.
Believe me, it's not a big issue.
Isn't it?
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
I mean, considering it's stopping us from getting the information we need, I kind of see it as kind of a big deal. Or at least not a small deal.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden.
Yes, but the only reason, granted, she is trying to be different, otherwise she wouldn't be a part of the Knights of Favonius, but it's just not a matter to bear the burden, but also try to, or maybe try to relieve the burden, get people to understand that things are different. But then again, it's also the rest of her family that's the problem too, apparently.
At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
So you knew along that we'd encounter these kinds of problems?
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now. Right? Right?
Yeah, I think I got it. Still not too sure I can. We'll go with the first one.
We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct.
Now, why don't we just ask Eula to help us talk to her uncle?
A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
All right. Wait, you have anything to say, Paimon? No? Alright. To Dragonspine. All the way over here. Why are we entering the Dragonspine from the south and not the north? Oh well.
Snow that once adorned the world in silver, thaws to reveal the gleam of the fruit upon frost-laden branch.
It's so cold. Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
I mean, yeah, but it sounds like there's going to be restrictions. Yeah, I'm used to this kind of challenge. Should be way easier than making conversation, at least.
Paimon thinks so too. But you've got this in the bag.
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly.
Alright, what are we supposed to do? Reach the objective without being launched or taking any damage. Alright. So?
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again.
Okay. Right. I suppose this doesn't necessarily mean I don't take damage. Am I going the wrong way? Maybe I have to talk to her to start it again.
It'll be difficult at first, but the key, remember, you must be elegant. Don't get knocked or...
Yep. Yeah, I got it. Alright. But we do have 2 minutes.
Yeah!
Okay, well those don't do damage, at least. Haha. Oh. What am I supposed to do? Reach the target location? Didn't I... What's the target location? Oh. Missed it. Alright. For some reason I thought that was just pointing to Eula again. Alright. So here we go. Oh. There we go.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
No.
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Is this how you normally train?
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
I suppose. Up this way.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
No one escapes my sights!
And this should do it. Oh, there's more though. Alright. Alright.
To ashes!
Much easier when I don't have to fight ice things.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragon Spine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
Aw, poor Paimon.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Maybe the weather is just too cold here. Maybe that's just Paimon's style.
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
Thank you for looking after Paimon.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
I mean, when there's only one or two shops that you can choose from, kind of makes sense that you're gonna go to the shops to get the gifts. So, yeah.
There's a pleasant breeze and glorious sunshine. So, where shall we go for a walk?
Thought we were going to get a gift. Oh well. Where's Good Hunter, the food place? I can't remember.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber! Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Accepting the invitation, sit at the table.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Okay, good. It's not for me.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
All right.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Paimon's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrats seem to take a liking to it.
And as long as they keep buying it, it'll, continue to be prepared, I guess.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression.
Huh. So even Amber doesn't escape your vengeance.
Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
Wow.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
Until it is serious.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
I don't know if you ask a lot of people online. No, sorry.
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
After an awkward pause, everyone resumes cheerfully something.
I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time.
I mean, sure. If you call that revenge.
All right. Next, you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Alright, so get the dish. Make sure Paimon has nothing left to say.
Here, the gebratinous Fleischmitz sauerkraut is ready to go. Be sure to eat it while it's hot, otherwise the flavor will be spoiled. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family, therefore they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
I think I understand now. Or, so that's what she meant when she said it was hard for a bad person to try to be good. Yeah, I think I understand now.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa, so both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius, and in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly.
Well, I guess it's good that you're able to understand her. If only there were more people like you.
I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
You do, huh?
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it. Take care. Please come again.
All right. And we're off
Which should I
to Springvale. All right. Isn't really anything close, so I guess we'll just teleport here. Should be good enough. And we'll head up this way. Why has he got to be all the way up here? Probably because it's difficult to get to. That's the whole point of it, I'm guessing. Alright, up on top of the cliff. I think I've been here before. Can't really remember what for.
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair. Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two.
Well, you thought wrong. We have heard that aristocrats are most magnanimous. Please, if I may be so bold as to say a few humble words. Sure.
Magnanimous? Yes, indeed, that is true. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded.
Really?
I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
All right.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Before I go further, I wish to express my will of resistance. If it is, it is an honor to stand before you here, immersed in your supreme brilliance. I don't really have a choice to say, but sure.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, we must resist the blundering knights of Favonius. You are true and principled. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh, what an ordeal.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech?
I was fortunate enough to benefit from the knowledge of a dear friend. I find my conduct with some instruction in the classics, courtesy of a dear friend. Let's go with the second, I guess.
Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
Well, I wouldn't know, but I mean, I suppose could count for something. I don't know how aristocracies are in this world. Like, are they earned through titles, or is it only through bloodlines?
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Huh? Could this be? Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime, I shall partake.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he eats food.
Ah, yes. This aroma. just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour flavor. A delicacy that only us noblemen and women could appreciate.
I mean, sure.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request.
It seems that there's word that the Lawrence family has a grand scheme of sorts.
Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret.
Well, not anymore. I wish to lend you a helping hand. I would like to do what I can for the nobility. Sure.
Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you.
Wow.
Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself.
Where are we going?
To see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in restoring the Lawrence clan to its former glory.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
I think we need to be careful. Perhaps this is what the older aristocrats see as most important. I mean, yeah, it seems like he does at least, so let's go with the second.
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything in due course.
Or perhaps he's just bringing us to them so that he can use them to get rid of us. Now that we know his plan.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui?
Likely.
Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Show up and get recognized, I guess. Oh, it is very close by. Might have been better to teleport, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Couldn't fly for some reason. I wasn't sure if this was higher or lower than where the teleport would be. By the looks of it, it would have been at the same level. Hold up. Apparently I have missed something. There we go.
The more the merrier. The first round's on me.
Almost left without it because too used to playing Star Rail. Alright. Water and ice would be best. Oh, we've got that, that's for sure. Water, ice. Let's get started.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden?
I don't wish to be seen by strangers. It's only proper for aristocrats to wear a mask. Let's go with the second one.
Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt. And therefore, we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
I don't see how they wouldn't recognize us anyway.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest.
Okay.
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
Interesting. You'd think they would have given enough time for the entire dialogue. I was worried that it was going to get cut off. But, oh well. Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be held accountable by the Lawrence clan.
Alright, so he's considering us guests and not wanting to turn on us. Okay, good to know.
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this. Make way.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Good thing you're with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Alright, this time we finished.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active in Mondstadt recently.
Well, it couldn't have been me because I've been down in Sumeru for the most of the recent time.
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must treat them with the proper mutual respect. The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about this thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt possible? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like dogs. You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend. You've offended their honor.
Wow. He called me friend directly, not dear friend or anything like that. And interesting to know.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so squiggly and crooked. And what is this shape supposed to be?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to carefully draw this map by hand myself. That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you able to verify that this is all reliable information?
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the details. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequences, you know.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one else will know of it. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan.
Until they decide that they don't want you to be at the top?
Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly. That is all, for now.
Very well.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
No need to keep up appearances. The jig is up.
That's right! It's the Honorary Knight and their trusty companion Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust! Dust!
I think they got the message, Paimon.
So this was all just a ploy to deceive me?
Maybe.
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their manners?
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh! We'll see about that!
Alright. Meanwhile, this guy over here is just like, ugh.
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these foolish aristocrats.
You say that, but apparently you needed to in order to get to the situation you're in.
No matter. We already have the intel we need. Get them!
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later. The door is open. Let's go.
Alright. Here we go. And it looks like we have knights at the door.
Is that Eula?
And other knights.
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my own!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatui. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
It was all worth it.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despised such pleasantries.
She probably does.
Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to outsiders.
Ah yes, rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I see the cameraman got a bit too close, or he leaned too close into the camera.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you are well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could not overlook your actions.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your family's glory. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. You are a descendant of the Lawrence clan. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
I don't know.
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened its safety. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. and I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong, and I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance seem to have gone out the window.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I have other matters to attend to. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
The Fatui are let's try that again. The Fatui are in possession of a diagram of Mondstadt's defenses.
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out key information about Mondstadt.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. So stubborn. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine. Let's discuss this later. Our first priority is recovering that diagram.
All right. Oh, hello. You've joined the party. What do we got? Got a great sword. Swing the sword back and forth rather than in circles. What do we get there? Just an icy whirl.
Eye for an eye.
And it looks like it has a bit of a charge, maybe? Or is it the same?
Rack and ruin.
No, it is slightly different. Okay. But it is still a very quick attack. Let's give it a try. Can we make it across? Yes. Just caught a little bit of fire, that's all. No need to worry. And that's...
Stop them!
One at a time, yes.
Crush. Rack and ruin.
Is there another one in here?
Eye for an eye.
I must counterattack.
You don't have to. There we go. Alright, what's up here? I mean, it looks like I'm doing more than just the attack. Looks like I'm building something up around myself. Oh. Oh, don't want to hit him.
Flood of frost. Well met. More speed.
You need to hurry up! An unfortunate fault.
Apparently he walked right into the water area. Alright.
No excuse for slacking.
My apologies.
Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
I mean, if they're both going to be frozen in the corner here, good for them.
Let's end this quickly.
Take flight.
This is bad.
And you're just gonna stand up here and watch? Alright, where'd you go?
Power that ended Haishan! My apologies!
Alright, where are we going now? I hate fighting on slopes. There we go.
Of death.
Come on, we can do it.
Alright. Onward we go. I think it was wanting us to go this way. Yeah? No? There we go. Ah. I see, it activated an elevator. Or a lift, as the case may be. Come on back down. There we go. Upward.
That's where they put the diagram!
Interesting place.
I guess there's no other option but to fight. You dare provoke me, Fatui! Come forth and dispose of them!
Alright. And over here.
My apologies!
What an annoyance.
I agree. What an annoyance.
That seemed to work.
Whirling snow!
Quit saying what I'm thinking.
Of death.
This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could have spared themselves the trouble. The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone.
Are you sure they wouldn't go start an open war? I mean, I suppose. They're more of the hide in the shadows and let other people go to war. Right, that's what I was thinking. They would be putting the cart before the horse. Let's go with right. That's what I was
Anyway,
thinking.
I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
By the way, why did you follow us here?
Oh yeah! You suddenly appeared at just the right moment!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
So, this is your way of exacting a vengeance? Alright, well, guess we're even now, right?
Finally! After all this time, Paimon understands what you're saying! In reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
So does that make us arch enemies?
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well, see you around.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
Quest complete. forget the treasure. And out we go. I guess as far as quests go, that wasn't too bad. And it wasn't really the greatest either. There have been some character quests that were much better. But, you know, I would say that one was about middle of the road, I guess. Didn't have us do too many fetching. We got to talk to several characters, even if they weren't necessarily like side characters, not just main characters. And I suppose it went okay, you know. It could have been better, but that would also probably mean it could be longer. But yeah, I thought it was okay. So let me see here. I could make 2 wishes on this. How am I doing over here? I have 8. I'm gonna go ahead and I know I can't do 10 at once, but there's a bunch of actually, how many days are left here? 5 days? So this won't be around next time I stream this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make 2 wishes right now since I have the gems to do so. Because that's what, 320 out of the 330 I have. I don't plan these 2 wishes to really get anything. But like this banner will be done before I'm able to stream this again next week. So any other gems that I may earn between now and then are probably going to go to this banner in the next 5 days. I figure eventually I will get something 5-star worth. I believe pity is transferred between the banners. So like if I roll on this one or this one, I don't remember exactly, but might be per banner. So Event Wish might only be for Event Wish and Event Wish 2 only for Event Wish 2. Or they might be lumped together. I don't know. But I figure eventually I'll get the 90 wishes and I'll get a 5-star something. But yeah, since any other wishes I would make on this will not be able to be on stream, I'm just going to go ahead and make 2 wishes right now. I kind of wish that there was a option to get not just 1 or not 10, but maybe a sliding bar so that, you know, if you have enough for 3 wishes, you could just say, yeah, give me 3 instead of 1 or instead of 10. But yeah, as I figured, nothing big, just not even purples. So, what else? I guess it's a little late in the night to start another quest. So, let's see, what am I doing next week? I think my schedule for next week is pretty much the same. Sunday, gonna be starting off with Honkai Star Rail, going for a few hours there. I know that there's new events that have started that I haven't gotten to do yet because I kind of wanted to experience them on the stream, at least initial experience. If they're not really exciting or anything, then I'll just move on and do some other questing or something. Monday, I will be continuing Pokemon Legends Arceus. I just got done with the Crimson Mirelands, and I am about to go into the main building to receive my orders for going into a new area, I assume. And I'll be going and doing that. Maybe leveling up some Pokemon because they seem to be falling behind, at least in the levels that I am allowed to control. Like, I think they're about 10 levels behind what I can control. So I might try to get a few levels as well. And then Tuesday, I am continuing to play Planet Crafter, where we just got lakes finished up. We are beginning to make moss up here on the planet, I guess. I guess you got to start somewhere with when growing plants. So yeah, we'll be continuing that. Maybe get through one or two terraforming stages there, depending on how fast I take it. And then Wednesday, I will be doing my second stream of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I am greatly enjoying so far. Yet I've played for, was it 4 hours during the first stream? At least 4 hours, probably 4.5. I can't remember exactly. And I'm not even to the third temple, or the third shrine. I thought it would go a little bit faster. True, I get distracted by exploring, but I was not expecting all the mechanics, the tutorial explanations, I guess. They're kind of tutorial-ish, but they are necessary to know. So, I'm not unhappy with it. So maybe I'll get to some story progression, get to the third temple, be able to go into the Temple of Time, I believe is what we're doing. We're going to the 3 shrines to get power to enter the Temple of Time, and then we're going to go from there. It is a first playthrough, so I have no idea what to expect. I am liking it much better than I did Breath of the Wild. And so I think I'll be going quite a while with this, as long as, it's entertaining. And then next Thursday, I'll be continuing with Genshin here again. I am out of gems and I am free to play. So we'll take a look at what new banners there are. I probably won't be able to roll on them or anything like that. But depending on what events are available... just hit the microphone, sorry. Depending on the events, maybe we'll do some of those and go from there. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I really enjoyed conversing about characters earlier on. And, just say hi or something when you hop in. I'll chat with you. But yeah, anyway, hope you liked it. Hope you come back again. I'll definitely be here. So, have a good night, y'all.